Hello, man of word, we truly appreciate that you joined us. We are glad that we can support you in your further development. Today's topic is about 4 lessons that everyone should learn from the book The 10X Rule, written by Grant Cardone. So, let's begin. Welcome to amanofword.com, the most refreshing network in the business world. Why should you pay close attention to this? 1. You will learn why you have to set big goals. 2. You will learn why you have to embrace fear and criticism. And 3. You will learn why you must be obsessed with your goals. Today, we will present to you our second part from the 10X Rule series. The main topics of our video are setting goals, be obsessed, and go all in, embrace the fear and criticism. So, let's dive in. Lesson 1. Setting goals. Grant believes that one of the main reasons why people don't stick to their goals and fail to achieve them is because they neglect to set them high enough from the start. Often, most of us have been advised to don't set goals too high. The truth is that if you set small goals, you will have small results. If you fail to think big enough regularly means that you will never act big enough, frequently enough, or consistently enough. Average goal setting can and will not fuel huge actions. The larger and more unrealistic your goals are, the more they'll fuel your actions. Never set average goals. You can have an average life without setting goals for it. The next time you set goals, be aware of the next things. You are setting these goals for you, not for anyone else. You can achieve anything you want. You have much more potential than you realize. Success is your duty. Despite the size of the goal, it will require work. Lesson 2. Be obsessed and go all in. Obsession is not a bad thing here. It is a necessity to achieve what you want to achieve. If you want to attain your goals, you have to be obsessed with them. You have to stay super motivated to take 10x actions every day. Huge masses of people are only working at normal levels to fit in. They don't have the obsession required to succeed, so the only option remains is to fit in. If you are obsessed with your goal, you will be addicted to the idea of making it work. A lot of people believe that obsession with something is usually destructive or harmful. But show me one person who has reached greatness without being obsessed on some level. You simply can't do it. Any individual or group that achieved something important was completely obsessed with the idea of it. Most of the people discourage all in actions because we are instructed to play it safe and not to put everything at risk. We are encouraged to protect ourselves from failures rather than to go for the big payoff. The successful persons on this planet are willing to risk big to achieve big. Several things in life have limits, but you don't unless you create your limits. You need to understand that there is no limit to how many times you can continue to take action. You can fail or succeed as many times as you want and then do it again and again. Lesson 3. Embrace fear. Fear isn't wrong or something to avoid, it's something you want to embrace. Fear is telling you that you are doing what's needed to move in the right direction. A lack of concerns should warn you that you are only doing what's easy for you, and that will only make you more of what you have right now. As strange as it may sound, you want to feel the fear until you have to push yourself to new levels to encounter fear again. The only thing that has to scare you is a complete absence of fear. In this book is written that fear stands for false events appearing real, which aptly implies that most of what you're afraid of doesn't ever come to pass. Fear, for the most part, is produced by emotions, not rational thinking. And in my humble estimation, emotions are wildly overrated, and the scapegoat many people use for their failure to act. But despite whether you agree with Grant's opinion on emotions, you must reframe your perception of fear and use it as a reason to move forward rather than as an excuse to stop. Use this often avoided feeling like a green light to indicate you to what you should do. Maybe when you were a child, you found fear in illogical things like the monster under the bed, for example. It was a sign to check your closet and the dark corners of your room to see what was hiding. But as all children eventually find, the monster does not exist anywhere except in your head. Adults have their monsters too: rejection, failure, success, and so on. And these monsters should warn you that you have to take action as well. In this book is written that, for example, if you're afraid to call on a client, then it's a sign that you should call that client. Fear of speaking with the boss is an indication that you should march into his office and ask for a moment of his time. Fear of requesting the client's business means that you must ask for the business, and then keep asking. Fear tells you what to do and also tells you when to do it. When you experience fear, it's a sign that the best time to take action is at that very moment. In this book is written that most people will not follow through with their goals when enough time has passed from the inception of their idea to doing something about it. However, if you remove time from your process, you'll be ready to go. There's simply no other choice than to act. Lesson 4. Criticism. In this book is written that criticism is defined as the judgment of the merits and faults of the work or actions of one individual by another. Although criticizing does not necessarily mean to imply fault, the word is often taken to mean prejudice or disapproval. The dictionary fails to include the following helpful bit of information. When you start taking the right amount of action and therefore creating success, criticism is often not far behind. Of course, most people don't like being criticized. However, I've found that it comes as a natural result of getting attention. This may be why some people avoid attention in the first place, as an attempt to dodge judgment. However, there's no way to achieve serious levels of success without getting some attention. Yes, people will eye you and make it clear that they disapprove of what you're doing. Let's face it, no matter what choices you make in life, someone is going to criticize you somewhere along the way. Wouldn't you rather receive it from people who are jealous of your success than from your family, boss, or bill collectors for not taking enough action? When you start taking enough action, it won't be long before you're judged by people who aren't taking any. If you're generating substantial success, people will start to pay attention to you. Some will admire you, some will want to learn from you, but unfortunately, most will envy you. These are the people whose excuses for not doing enough will morph into reasons why what you are doing is wrong. The only way to handle criticism is to foresee it as an element of your success formula. Much like fear, it's a sign that you are making the right moves in the right volumes, getting enough attention, and making enough of a splash. What are the best things to remember from this? 1. Don't set average goals. You can live an average life without setting goals at all. 2. Be obsessed and go all in. And 3. Embrace fear and criticism. Well, our list ends here. Let us know in the comment section what are your thoughts about our list. Thank you for watching until the end, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell button to be notified for every new learning opportunity. And always remember, man of word, be aware of the person that you can become.